And I want to ask both of you this question. I want to ask both of you this question as it pertains to your specific roles. In this era of banishing DEI, how will you incorporate minorities into your respective roles and offices? And what will be your measurement stick for merit?
No, that's a great question because I live and breathe it every day, and I see executives across the United States who are currently losing their livelihoods because of a passion to practice DE&I. And what we don't get is the benefits that it has to your bottom line. Those corporations that practice DEI initiatives, have individuals that are diverse at all aspects of what we call diversity, have a 35% return on their bottom line. Those who do not, it goes down to 13%. So somewhere along the way, the conversation got mixed up, thinking that this was a grab or a give or a comeuppance for people that don't have the qualities or the profession to do the job. But I have to say there are very talented people that are doing this work, and as I've always done as an advocate and as a practitioner, I will make sure I get the best and the brightest team to walk alongside me so that we can have direct impact, not only on the office that I serve in, but also on our overall community. I've had the fortune to work in institutions where missions align with me personally, and it's really about bringing people along and making sure your teams are okay if you're no longer there. And I'm proud to say that I may no longer be in that role, but I know the folks that were part of my team are doing okay. And we have to continue to do that. We have to change the conversation. You know, when you talk about Black jobs, we have gobs and gobs of people that are qualified to do a variety of different jobs sitting right here in this room and throughout our community. We just have to give them access and opportunity. And as an advocate, I will continue to do that until I last breath.
Same question. In this era of banishing DEI, how will you incorporate minorities into your work or office? And what will be your measurement stick for merit? Merit. M-E-R-T. Merit. DEI? Yeah.
Well, my house is DEI. I'm married to a Latino. And my godchild is Black, so I live in that. But I think when we're talking about government function, what we're talking about is equal pay, men and women. There should never be discrimination in that way. And I think that jobs should be given on the basis of the merit to be able to do the job that's there. And so it should be based on merit and skills. We shouldn't be cutting individuals out on any quota system, in my opinion, because it does not serve the quality of any part of government or industry. We have more women than we have males. Part of that is because of the educational quality of the women that were there. That's why they were chosen. Because of that, not because they're a man or a woman, a Black or Latino. That's not important. And you have to have the skill sets for the job. When we get beyond that, then we have problems because we're not asking for a quality of work when you're giving somebody a job simply because of some ranking that they have, whether it's Latino or black, white, Chinese, Italian. I don't see, I was asked once by 27 because I'm in a interracial marriage. And they called, and my wife was the senior American, first woman of color in Pennsylvania. And one of the people said, how does it feel to be in an interracial marriage? And it was a young lady, I couldn't take the question. I said, do you mean my wife's an alien? And she said, no. And I said, oh, I thought she was a humanoid just like me. And she said, well, you know, she's Latino and you're German. I said, yeah, but those are ethnicities. We're all humans. We're all brothers and sisters. We got to treat ourselves that way. We got to love ourselves that way. I do that with every family there. I do it with the deputies. I qualify them by their abilities and by their work. And I think that's something we have to really emphasize, that you have to have people that can do the work, do it efficiently, and other than that, I don't care who they go home to bed with or anything